Sometimes it's fun to ask questions even though not enough people answer. But I wouldn't mind asking the question, hey, those that watch us that are nomadic, how level do you set yourself up to be? Because there's people that spend a lot of time to make sure they're perfectly level every time. Well, if you have a automatic leveling system, it totally would make sense. If anyone ever wanted to sponsor one, I'd make sure it got installed within 2 or 3 years. It'd be faster than that. I hope.
Feel
like you can
like it's focusing on Richie Ryan. Look at it.
Oh yeah, it likes him. Maybe you should just zoom a little
Hi.
bit. Are you showing Richie Ryan for Allison?
Hi. Thank you. I'll cover Richie up.
It's on you still.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Andy.
I'm Nancy.
Welcome back.
Amazing how green it is up in there. Oops. And then the water level was at the top of the rocks at the end of the snow melt. Just been dropping ever since. Oh, that's burn area. The bus is right behind those trees over there. Don't hit you? Because I'm trying to... This is a hard thing to do one-handed. Should I channel my inner Allison and turn some music on my phone real nice and loud? Yeah. My brakes fine, but my brakes aren't working. Still rolling. You stopped, but I haven't stopped. Yeah, let's make it a head out to the big legs. This one hits you. Make better footage if you get knocked off into the water. It's hard one-handed. Trying to film.
Cass was looking like she was getting a little ready to jump.
Yeah.
So Salem started looking.
She knocked the house around. Attack her.
Ignore him, Salem. The campground we're driving through is Jack's Gulch Campground. Now, I did a video earlier this year with us hiking on the Jack's Gulch Trail, which it has the same story as this campground, and I don't want to tell it again, it's really sad, but it burned a whole lot of land and damaged a whole lot of homes, and some lives were lost, and this whole area looked like the area you see off in the distance. It was completely covered in pine trees and aspens, and a little bit of fire goes a long way.
It's kind of surreal to me when I look at a campground that's burnt down like this and all the burnt trees have already been removed, because I can see the long distance view that is quite beautiful, and when you're standing in the middle of the woods you don't get to see the view. But the people that knew the campground and worked at the campground before it burnt down are quite affected by how much different it looks now. It's almost like going from a lush forest to a desert.
Pretty much, because it was a lush forest. It was mossy ground and big tall trees and beautiful creeks and streams and all kinds of wildlife, and now it's...
You go to Moab and look how beautiful this is.
Yeah.
But if Moab was a forest 3 years ago, you'd be like, wow, look how devastated this is.
Yeah.
It's kind of... If we'd never been there before, to me it doesn't feel as devastating as the people that we know that went through it.
It feels a little bit more devastating if you walk over the rise and you see the area that hadn't been cleared out to rebuild the campground.
Yeah.
And you just see the miles and miles, as far as you can see, just dead standing trees, all just charred black as high as, as far as you can see.
Yeah.
That's a little bit... That's what makes you angry, when you see somebody drive off and you look over and you realize their campfire is still burning.
Yeah, and we saw that way too many times.
Way too many times.
But then having wet feet and wet pants and...
Big trees that used to be in here that are just...
Yeah, that one to me is... Wow.
It's amazing how quick Mother Nature comes back.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at this. It's been 2 years, right?
I'm at 35 here.
Ooh.
It gets fuzzy. I'm not going to be able to go. I'm going to guess 150 to 175.
It's still...
One of my favorite things about working in Colorado is driving to work in Colorado. The gravel roads between the campsites can be, I enjoy driving them. Most of them aren't very dangerous. We worked on 2 campgrounds on Pingree Park Road, one partway down and one at the end. This road is probably one of my favorite roads in Colorado. The first 3 miles of it is absolutely beautiful and has to have 15 or 20 boondocking sites. Definitely a cool place to stay and camp. And then at the end is a CSU campus, which would be one of the cooler colleges to attend.
You haven't driven very many roads in Colorado yet.
No, I haven't. But still one of my favorites, the ones that I've driven.
So far.
I mean, Long Draw was a beautiful road, but the road itself was... I didn't like the road as much.
No, that road kind of sucked.
The road to, where was it last year? The main road we drove all the time.
Oh, Arapahoe
Bay, yeah. That road was pretty cool.
Mm.
But you hung on the side of a cliff the whole way. There was no getaway. It was kind of the same view the whole way.
Yeah,
for 9
just
miles,
different parts of the lake.
Different parts of the same lake. Where a lot of these roads in a 9 mile period, you almost change between 2 and 3 different. Well, that one time going down Pingree Park Road, I started in the rain at the highway, and when I got to Jack's Gulch, I was inside of the clouds and just kind of misty. And when I got to Tom Bennett, I was above the clouds, and I'm looking over the top of the clouds and in the sun, working in the sun, and I completely left the bus preparing to work in the rain that day. And I never took any photos because I don't even know why. I was mad at myself for that afterwards.
Well, that's a better reason than Allison not taking pictures of goats while you're driving and she's sitting there on her phone.
get to work in paradise. Look at this. Sun has just set. I'm about 8 miles from civilization in a campground that closed because of a fire almost exactly 2 years ago. Oh, hear this hissing noise? Got a flat tire too. Plug kits. Gotta have a plug kit with you. It's gonna save me about an 8-mile walk, and judging by the area around me, about 7.5 miles of that would be in the dark. So here's the plug kit. Always have a plug kit. And here's the hole.
You gonna be okay out here today, huh? The sunsets, my God, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. The sunrises have been so hidden from us this year, being in the canyon, that I didn't even put the camera out this morning. It's gorgeous. It's one of the first beautiful sunrises we've seen this summer, and we had to wait until almost October. Wow. A little bit of a different reflection in the bus roof now. What with solar panels. Still pretty, just different. Maybe I'll leave you out here and see what you get.
She's going. She's just slow. Now, Allison. Now is when you go, woohoo!